Hey Scrappy friends, it's Ashley, and today I'm here to share a flip through of my July Traveler's Notebook. This is the July Traveler's Notebook from Studio Calico, the Great Escape Kit. And I do have a lot of the Studio Calico products in here, but I also have mixed in some other products that I've picked up over the past couple of months. But I did use the July kit to document July because of the timing and when I got it. So I already had a lot of July photos, and so I went ahead and just used it to document July. And this is actually the content card that comes with the kit. I just cut out the little area that had the month and year on it and cut it to where it fit perfectly in that little rectangle on the front of the album to use it just to label my traveler's notebook so I would know what date this had in there. So let's get started. And this is my first layout. These are not in chronological order in the notebook. They are all from July, but I just kind of did them according to whatever paper I wanted to use from the Traveler's Notebook insert. So they are out of order, and this one I shared a process video on my YouTube channel, and it used the Max Outline Alpha. I stamped part of it in multiple colors and then the rest in just black ink. And the rest of this was kind of a mix of product. These were some products that I had picked up from Studio Calico at one of their clearance sales. So just some little extra things to have on hand to use to embellish my pages whenever I want to have something extra. And some of the pages I didn't use in this insert, so I just used some of my adhesive, and you can see that I just kind of glued the two together. I just didn't have enough photos for some, and then some were ones that I thought I wouldn't use. So I just went ahead and glued those together, and you don't really miss a page or anything. And so that just keeps it where I have all of my pages showing my photos and what I documented. This layout was actually for the Studio Calico Sunday sketch this past Sunday, which was I think like August 5th. And so I used a printable collection that I picked up from Paisley Press, and that was this paper and then some of the little embellishments here. And then this is also printable from Studio Calico. And this is the stamp, the little talk bubbles right here that came with the July Traveler's Notebook kit. So just kind of a mix of products. And then also this stamp is the summer stamp by Banana Fish Studio. That was one of the July stamps. And I really loved this little card right here. It's one of the printables from the Aloha collection from Paisley Press. And I loved the little rainbow. It was so cute and went great with the photo that I had on this layout. Next up, this is when my daughter went to camp for church in July, and so I used some pretty little studio letter stickers. I did not have another M, so I threw in a pink one, which I don't mind doing. I think it adds interest to the title. And then this is Kelly stamps. It's the Go See Do stamp that I used. So I just stamped it in multiple colors. And I liked this little Good Friends, Good Times. That's part of the stamp set. So I mixed in the Kelly stamps with this layout. And this is also printable from Studio Calico, the Escape. I think this was the printable from the class workshop for July. So if you're doing the workshop for the Traveler's Notebook kit, you can download that and print it out. This was one of my favorite layouts. I loved this little page here that had the here printed on it, and then the little grid paper. And so I think most of this is all Studio Calico. These little papers right here were just some that I had in my scrap drawer, and they kind of pick up the colors from the pool and my daughter's swimsuit, so I just added those right on the side. And this is that stamp again, the summer stamp by Banana Fish Studio. And these little transparent pieces were in the July kit, and I layered some stickers to go over that. And this is the little stamp that I think this one came with the kit. I can't remember for sure. It's actually, the little polka dot goes in some sunglasses, but I used it to stamp a little border down the side. of the page just to bring in some of those multiple colors. And then this one was pretty simple. I liked the little side of this page, and I covered the other side with a large photo and then just did some stamping from one of the Studio Calico stamps. And then I created just a little cluster over here on the other side since I had a large photo, just to keep it more simple, and kind of stamped my title on a piece of scrap paper, and added one of those transparent shapes with my tiny attacher on this one. So that was a pretty quick one to put together, and I liked the way it turned out with the large photo. This one was done with some illustrated faith printables. I've been using several printables. When you're working with the printables, you can either cut them out by hand. If they're more intricate, you can use your print and cut feature on your die cut machine. I have a Silhouette Cameo, so I use that feature to cut these out from, I think these were from the, I want to say the May printable. And this was just a Bible study that I'm doing on Wednesday nights at our church. And so I documented the photo while I was working on my book. And I really liked these colors and how they coordinated with the illustrated faith printable. So that worked out great, that I was able to bring in a different product to go in my traveler's notebook. That was already the pre-printed pages. And then this, I mixed the expedition kit from July, it could be June. It gets hard to remember. I think it's from June. So this was the expedition scrapbook kit, and I think this was the last scrapbook kit that they did. And I wanted to mix in some of that in this traveler's notebook and use it for this bike page. Our kids like outgrow their bikes like crazy. And actually the last one that our middle daughter had was still her training wheel bike. And so when she moved up to this one, like she just started riding it like she had been riding a bike without training wheels forever. So she was doing a really good job. And so I snapped some photos. She was very proud of herself that she was able to ride without training wheels. And so a lot of this is Studio Calico. These are some of the little extra things that I picked up during the clearance sale. And then I think this is actually a thicker set from Crepe Paper and some letter stickers from Pink Fresh Studio. So I liked the way that came out, and that I got to use the two photos on this layout. And this one was another simple, quick one to put together. I liked this little heart here on the side, and I wanted to bring in some kind of border on the right hand side. So I had this washi tape that had all the days of the week that I picked up from a shop on Etsy, and I will leave a link to that shop in the description box. And I really liked these, so I just put the Sunday through Saturday, because this is pretty much how you will find our doggy Baxter every day, all day. He likes to nap. That's his favorite activity. So I just snapped a quick picture of him. I was actually folding laundry, I think. He was resting, so he doesn't really help do laundry very much. And then this one, I just wanted to document our kind of weekly schedule. We have karate and guitar lessons, and we're about to start art in September, so we're kind of constantly going places. And this is my daughter's guitar lesson that she goes to every week. And I used kind of a rainbow, mimicked the rainbow that was on the left-hand side with the pattern paper. One of my letter stickers has decided to go wonky. And just use some of the Studio Calico products to do that. These are some of the new Color Theory label stickers and washi tapes that came out about a month ago. And I'll also leave a link to those in the description box if you want to check those out. So this was a fun one to put together. And then these little stickers are actually included in the July Traveler's Notebook kit. And then this is also, I'm going to try to fix this. This is actually a wood veneer sticker, thicker, whatever you want to call it, from Crepe Paper that actually went with one of their holiday collections, but I liked the look of it in this. And then the little day right here, this is from Color Cast Designs. I got one of the packs that had the Sunday through Saturday days of the week, and I really like using those in my traveler's notebook. This is actually one of my favorites in the kit, and you might look at this paper and think like, how in the world am I going to use that? But I think it's perfect for like snacks if you're documenting something like that. And we had actually gone out to lunch after church, And so all the kids were kind of entertaining themselves either with coloring. Our oldest is on her tablet, which is where you'll find her most of the time. But I really liked the colors on this page, and so I thought it would be great to document this photo of us just out at the restaurant. And I used the Max Outline Alpha again, and I just did 2 different colors, the black and kind of a peach color. This is the Coral Bay ink pad from Studio Calico, and I like the way it coordinated with the colors on this left-hand page. And then I brought in a little label that had some of that yellow. So this was actually one of my favorites. And then this is a stamp from the Summer of Sketches class, the stamp set that I just stamped and then used a punch to punch it out. This was a What's on My Desk page. This is when I had printed the July printables from the workshop, and I had taken a photo of those in a cute little bowl. And so I just wanted to document kind of everything that's going on, since I'm keeping everything in the Traveler's Notebook now. Trying to make a layout for like every day that happens during a month. I would just have layouts everywhere, so I really love this format, that I can keep it small and contained. And then this is another one of those transparent shapes that come in the kit, and I just did a little cluster here and added another printable with the date. And this is the washi tape that comes in the July kit, and it's really fun. I like it has the little polka dots with all the different colors, so I use that on several layouts throughout the Traveler's Notebook insert. And this is another layout that incorporates the Go See Do stamp from Kelly Stamps. I had to get a new bike because we had put our bikes in a storage unit over the past year since we were moving and building our new house, and it was not climate controlled, and my bike did not survive. It was not in good shape. So since we had gotten in a new neighborhood, we wanted to ride our bikes a lot more, and so I needed to get a new one. And yellow and orange are kind of my most favorite colors, and this is kind of a mix in between the two. And when I saw it at Academy, I was like, that's the one, I have to have it. So I just got it, and I love it. And then it is a Huffy, so that was my title. And I just used the Max Outline Alpha there to stamp the title out. This is documenting all the kids' helmets. Apparently they ended up all on the counter in the kitchen because that's where bike helmets go, apparently. So I just wanted to do a fun page to document that. And I liked this paper on the left-hand side. It coordinated really well with the colors that were in my photo. And you can see that I also used that polka dot washi tape to kind of create a frame behind my photo. And then I brought that same look over using that same little circle stamp that I had used previously down the side to create a border, and just used kind of some similar colors. These are Gina K stamp ink pads, and so I kind of just randomly stamped the polka dots to kind of match over here. And then I used an Everyday Explorers Company stamp. I think this one is called the Travel Log, and I used that to stamp in black just around the layout to add some fun kind of travel adventure sayings. And then this was another one of my favorite papers in the Traveler's Notebook insert with the weekend stories. We went to go try a new barbecue restaurant, and it was pretty good. It's called Texarbama. We really liked it. I got the brisket, as you can see, and it is definitely a place we'll be going back to. I also used this is the Feed Your Craft Let's Eat stamp set. So I kind of used it to create like a stamping cluster on the left side, and then just added a couple of little things. These are some of the Studio Calico embellishments that I picked up on that clearance sale. So just to bring some color over to this side of the layout. And then this one I actually shared yesterday on my Instagram. Both of my nieces had a joint birthday party a couple of weekends ago, and they have a pool, and so it was a pool party. And apparently my youngest niece is camera shy because every time I tried to take a photo of her, she would hide. And so I just happened to get her peeking out of her little floaty there, and I thought that was a really cute photo. So this is some of those letter stickers from Pretty Little Studio again. This is actually the content card behind here, if you can see that from the kit. I just cut it and used it as a layering piece behind my photo. And then this is one of the wood veneer sets from Color Cast Designs. I cannot remember what the name of this set is, but I think you can find it in the shop still. It's just like a summery little set that's really cute. And I think, let's see if my pages are stuck together. I think those are some that I put together, yeah. And so then this is the last one in the album, or in the insert. Apparently we have to watch Harry Potter every day, all day. Usually my oldest will watch it in the morning, and then the younger one will watch it in the afternoon. So it's on TV like all day during the summer. I actually got this Harry Potter title off of, just off of Google. And then I brought it into my Silhouette Studio program to trace it and cut it out. This is one of the papers from the Expedition kit from July from Studio Calico. And then I also used the playlist stamp from Everyday Explorers Company to stamp a few things here. And I really like the way that this one turned out. So that finishes up the look at the July insert. I'm working on my August album right now, and hopefully I will have a flip through for that one when I get it finished. And also look for an unboxing of the September Traveler's Notebook kit. It's called Stay Tuned, and it is super cute. So I'll be sharing all of that on my channel. If you're not a subscriber, I would love for you to subscribe. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.